Greetings and blessings, everyone. I am Alsharon of the GodStar, in service to Source, to planet Earth, and to every star seed upon her. Greetings and blessings to all. It is wonderful to be here in this moment of time. We have been under some discussion because there is much that has been happening and going on in this moment. There is a great deal that happens that you are consciously not aware of. There is a great deal happening that you are not consciously aware of. You are not meant to be consciously aware of it. And the reason for that is very, very simple. You don't need to be consciously aware of it because you are already dealing with something very intense, which is all about being here. You have come back time and time again throughout this grand cycle, time and time again forgetting who you are in true reality. You see, you look in the mirror here and you say, "This is who I am." No, this is who you are this time. This is who you've chosen to be for this particular incarnation, you see. So much emphasis is placed upon the physical vehicle. So much emphasis is placed upon the intelligence of the mind. Why? There is no true point to that except for the interactions that you have with other people. But the physical body is unique for each one of you. The true beauty resides within. Everyone has different situations that they have to deal with. Everyone has different challenges that they are faced with. Now, this goes beyond the three challenges that this one has developed, but challenges nonetheless, and they are very intense. And then on top of that, you have to deal with physical things. I'm sure that most of you may have heard by now that there was an earthquake in Bali, and people crossed over from that. You see, when it is a group departure, shall we say, there is more interaction from our side with them as they leave. Or normally because it is a traumatic exiting, and we need to be there to ensure that they are looked after and can cross over cleanly, shall we say. There are a lot of people who are leaving for different reasons. And then we also have things that are happening which you would say are not good. Now, generally, when you listen to channeled messages or you read channeled messages, they never touch on these subjects. They never go into these sections of experiences, you see. They stay in their own lane of everything is love and light. And when I was asked to do this, to come and to speak to people on this planet, I had certain conditions that I wanted to ensure would be in place. Number one, I was not here for one group or another. I would be here for every single starseed. You see, One thing, let me try and explain this to you. You are a starseed. You come from a world of very far distance away from here. Your soul has experienced countless lifetimes on your own world, where you come from. You have grown, you have evolved, you have ascended. And then at some point along your particular journey, a call goes out for volunteers to come to be the starseed, to be the ascended masters of this planet. By your very presence, assisting the humanity of Earth in their own evolutionary process and ascension. And you say, yes, I will come. One of the things that I want to address with this is very simple. This one, he realized that the notion of, I want to help people, I want to be of service, is redundant. And when viewing what you wish to do in this life, it's the wrong answer. But I'm not going to just tell you it's the wrong answer. I'm going to actually tell you why it's the wrong answer. I want you to consider something very carefully. A call goes out. You, as a starseed, answered that call. And you said, yes, I will come. So you came to Earth. Let us say that you entered into this project in the 4th grand cycle. So you went through the process of descending your energy. You went through the process of preparing to incarnate on this planet. You went through the process of forgetting who you are in true reality, living countless lifetimes, interacting, being of service, all of these things. And the time comes, and it's time for the moment of choice. And they choose, no, we are not ready. And so you leave this world. You come back up here onto the ship. You have full memory of all the lifetimes you've lived during that grand cycle. You remember who you are, where you come from. You remember how long you've been here for. All of these things. And then once everything is put into place again, grand cycle number 5 begins. And you go through the same process. You descend your energy back into the 3rd dimension. You again restart and incarnate into this world, forgetting again who you truly are, where you come from, what your true abilities are. And you live in this grand cycle 150, 200, 300 lifetimes asleep. Perhaps once or twice awakening or partially awakening, depending upon what the incarnation was all about. And then you reach this lifetime. On a soul level, you're tired. You don't know why. On a soul level, you pray. You pray strongly that this time they will say yes instead of no. Right? And that when everything happens, you'll be able to go home. Renew your family ties, your relationships, your life, shall we say. Quite different than when you first came here. Now I'm going to tell you why it is a redundant notion or idea to have the mindset of, I want to help people. Your very presence on this planet is helping people. You can be a chef in a restaurant, and that is the only job you have, and you live your life, and you treat people with respect and love and compassion, and you treat yourself the same way, you do the right things. Just your very presence makes a difference. So you might ask the question, why have we awakened? Because awakening, let's be honest, is not fun. When you realize you're a starseed, that you come from somewhere else, and all of a sudden you feel this sense of homesickness. You live in the same town that you grew up in. You can go and visit your parents who live in the same house that you grew up in, or your parents are in the same neighborhood, whatever the case may be. Doesn't feel like home. Something feels amiss. You have this unquenchable desire to help people, but you've gotten caught in the rip that is this planet and of the mindset that has been created here. And so you think that in order to be of service to other people, you have to deny yourself. He spoke about this earlier today. We were here. It was very powerful. It had to be spoken of again. You have to make decisions for your incarnation. You see, you're living two lives. You have your physical life, shall we say, and this is a life where you have to pay bills, you have to pay your rent or your mortgage, you have to buy food, your utilities, all of the things that you have to do. You have to deal with people who are completely unconscious. You have to deal with native humans who are completely unconscious. They don't get you. They don't understand you. But you still have to, it's almost like you have to go around and fit in. So you gravitate towards groups like this, where at least for a period of time you can feel normal. See, we do pay attention. We do see what is happening. A group like this is your sanctuary. It's a place, this is a place here where you can just be yourself. You can interact. You can do the things you wish to do. You can feel safe. You will not be judged here. You will not be criticized here. It's a sanctuary, you see. I am here tonight, and I am not alone. There are two others with me. I do apologize. We were debating on who was going to speak. There is much happening right now. There are things happening behind the curtain, shall we say, that you are unaware of. And so we wish to impart a message to each of you to be very mindful of your thoughts. Really focus on your heart. Call upon your guides. It's very important. Remember that you have authority. If you feel a being in your space, ask if it is of the light. By universal law and decree, they have to answer that honestly. They might be able to fudge other answers that they have to answer honestly. And if they are not of the light and you tell them to leave, they have to leave. If they do not, call on myself or Miloth, and we will ensure that they do leave. There's nothing to fear, you see. But there is things happening. And as Starseed awaken and become more connected within, it draws the attention of those who wish to suppress people fully awakening. Because now I'm going to answer that age-old question. There's so much difficulty when you awaken. It costs some people their relationships, their marriages, creates rifts amongst themselves and their families. They lose friends. All sorts of things happen. But the pull and the draw is so strong within the heart that they can't say no. They have to follow it moving forward. And with this, of course, is also a situation where they don't want people to fully connect within themselves. So they try to misdirect. This is why discernment is so important. This is why really listening to your heart and your guidance is so important. This is why this one says it a lot, and that's why I say it a lot. But for every starseed that is awakening, you are literally pulling in greater amounts of the new energy into the planet. This energy is going to reach what you would term a critical mass. This is why on the solstices and the equinoxes you have the High Council of the GodStar coming in and doing activations. This is why this one has been directed to start doing personal activations for Starseed, because it's increasing the amount of flow of the new energy. You see, he's not even been aware of that. So this is news to him as well. When it hits critical mass, it's like a tipping point. On the 11th of August, there is a solar eclipse. A portal is going to be opened. I did a channeling recently for a harmonic convergence 333 group, and it is on this one's YouTube channel, talking about the harmonic convergence, talking about this eclipse. A portal is going to be opened. There are more entities and energies that are going to be removed starting at that time. There's a lot happening on our side of the veil. So I need all of you to do something very simple. Trust yourselves. Discern the information. Discern what comes your way. Trust yourself. Live by your own heart. You are, in truth, the ascended masters of Earth. This is not used lightly. Everything that is happening at this time is to benefit the starseed. We have many starseed out there who are creating issues on one level. On another level, they too are bringing in energy that is part of the new energy, even though they are unaware of it. Trust your discernment. If it resonates, if it feels right, see where it leads you. If it does not, don't worry about it, throw it away. The less you judge things, the better things will be for you. Open that passageway within your heart. This is the time you've been waiting for. This is the moment you've been praying for. Now, before I complete my words, I would like to let you know that if you feel like asking a question, please feel free to put in your question. There is a lot happening. Plans are in place, and we are beginning to work those plans. And I have to tell you, you're in the right place in this moment for the highest energies possible at this time. This is where it's at. The fun part is you'll never remember me saying that. And since he doesn't listen to himself, he'll never hear it either. That's always fun. I get to say things that he never remembers. This is your opportunity to move more fully into alignment with who you truly are. This is your opportunity to move more into alignment with Spirit. Stop stressing about every little thing. Don't worry about whatever job you are doing. If it's not pleasurable, find a different job. Follow your heart. Discern. Do not focus on stress and strain. The more you can move into that space of love within yourself, the easier it will become to discern. We are with you fully and completely. Samantha, is this why love is most important? It puts a barrier between darkness taking over our planet Earth, so to speak. It does put up a barrier, but it's not a barrier preventing darkness from taking over this planet. They are not going to take over this planet. They know this, even though they are trying to, and it's not actually for them to take over the planet. They simply want to lead this planet moving forward because they feel that their ways is the best ways for evolution. Just like those of light feel that their ways are the best ways for evolution. And what they need to understand is, before, that was appropriate. Now, it's not about one side being above the other. It's not about the light being in charge or the darkness being in charge. It's about balance. The more you can live your life in balance, the more that energy goes into the collective unconsciousness. Now, with regards to love, love is one of the most powerful energies known in the universe. I would personally say it is the most powerful energy in this universe. Take that as you wish. Angie, I cannot tell you whether you are listening to your heart completely or not. That is up to you. No, do not. Wayne, I feel I'm being held back. What is holding me that can deal with? Time. Everything in divine time, divine order, divine rightness. When you are incarnated upon this world, there is a realization that occurs, and it occurs at a very deep level. These physical vehicles that you utilize are finite. They have a limited shelf life, shall we say. And so there is always this impatience. If you are following your heart and guidance and you are discerning the information that comes your way, and you are, discovering your passion, what your passion is, and moving towards your passion, don't worry about it. Things happen in divine time. When the time is right, in divine space, shall we say, things will open up and you will move into that space. There are times when an individual who is incarnated here thinks, I'm ready for this. I can handle this. I can do this. And Spirit's like, not yet. You cannot. Spirit sees more than you see. Trust and faith not only in yourself, but in Spirit as well. Alex, when I look at night towards the north, there is something looking like a star. It is kind of blinking red though, but it's not moving like an airplane would. Yesterday I finally took binoculars to see it better, and whoa, it started moving crazily in different directions, and it became really bright as it started to sparkle with red, blue, and green colors. What kind of a starship is that? Thank you. I will have to look into that to know what kind. I am being told that there have been quite a number of Pleiadian ships around lately. It is very likely that may have been a Pleiadian ship. That is all I can tell you in this moment. I don't really pay that much attention to that particular side of things. Miloth is much more involved on that side of things. But Miloth is simply saying to go with the Pleiadian ship. So Valda, I can't get an answer to a decision I need to make. I feel trapped in getting answers at the moment from guides not happening. That is because, Valda, that what you need to do is make your decision, make your choice from your heart. It is not up to your guides to make the decision for you. It is your choice. They're not giving you an answer to that because they cannot. It is your choice. You have to make that decision for yourself. And the thing is, you know the right decision, do you not? Diana, in 5 short months, my whole life has changed around my gifts. Pulled back a lot, and I don't understand why. I know there's reason for things that happen. How do I open up fully again? Changes all the time into different things that I'm trying to put together to use it, but I'm not sure what's right anymore, how to do it. I'm all over the place, feeling confused and lost. Is this natural at this time? It is natural for the changes that have been happening in your particular life. Your focus is in many different places. Your energy is scattered to the 4 winds in the moment. Once you can settle your energy, focus yourself, deal with what is in front of you, and find that place of center and balance within, then your next step will become clear. Your gifts have not gone anywhere. You're just very scattered at the moment. There's nothing wrong with this. Focus. Deal with what is there. Deal with what you need to deal with. This is a transitional period, and you know it. And you know this answer already. You are maybe perhaps hoping for a different answer. Meghna, Sharma, Sachdeva. Then make your decision. And I am Alsharon. James is who I speak through. Margot, I've heard various talks about the fact that this month Gaia will receive quite a strong buffet of strong energy from out, I suppose, in space. The second part is that the poles will move somewhat. Thank you, Al. Okay. Do not worry about things like this. Things like this are in hand. There are strong energies coming to the earth right now in this moment as we speak. If you open yourself up and feel, you will feel them. With each activation that has been occurring, the energies have been increasing, have been shifting. The pole shifts minor in this moment. Had a different choice been made when the choice to evolve was made, the poles would have fully shifted. It's not to say that it won't happen, but there is a lot of work going on to ensure that if anything like that does happen, that there is a minimization of any damage or anything like this. So do not worry about this at this time. The portal is about to be opened. There are a lot of beings here. There is a lot of entities here who are removing things and removing entities from this world. Some of them have been removed from individuals that can. Those that have not been able to be removed from individuals, they are trying to guide them to someone like this one who can remove the entities, or some of the others who have been trained to remove entities. There's a lot going on right now, but focus on you, focus on where you are. That's the most important thing. James, you enjoy asking questions you already know the answers to. Work is not working with me at the moment. Do I bring what's bugging me to the table, or are they not ready to listen to what I have to say? Depending upon how you say things will depend upon how they take things. If you say things in an accusatory or damaging way, they may not be too open for that. If it's done in a very constructive way with love and compassion and a sense of wanting things to be better for everyone, they may be much more open to hearing that. Consider that way for a little bit. Sammy J, believe in yourself. Some of the cloud formations are actually ships that are removing entities from the planet. Some of the ships are bringing forward, if you will, healing to the planet for that which is being removed. The new energies are being brought into the planet through the starseed, not through clouds, not through the ships. The starseeds are the ones bringing the new energy into the planet. This is why so many of the starseeds are awakening and have been awakening. Angie, there is some information I was told of a friend who has passed, and there are unanswered questions. I have a friend who is a medium and who passed things on to me. Should I share this info, and I asked her to give me a sign last night. I did see a shooting star type thing not long after, suggesting she wishes UFO to be passed on, or info. Angie, this is a perfect opportunity for you to trust your own heart and discernment. Ask your heart what is the right thing to do there. Diana, this is about you focusing within, doing the things you need to do. It may seem complex, complicated, even nerve-wracking in the moment. That will pass. Get your personal house in order. Balance your energies. Focus on what you need to take care of it, and then you will be able to move forward much more freely. I understand, Margot, and your mother will be fine. Blessings to you, Shars. Margot, what is the difference between a light worker and a starseed? A light worker is a starseed. There's other things happening, so I must draw that to a close at this time. For the purposes of the recording, I will say many blessings to all of you. I am Alsharon of the GodStar, in service to Source, planet Earth, and to every starseed upon this earth.